I'm going to walk you through some of the key financial benefits of owning an NDIS registered business, such as a Fit Your Ability and Fitness Enhancement. Now, there's 5 key ones I've listed off already. There's so many more that we'll touch on, and these are specifically to do with owning an NDIS registered business, things you probably have not considered. Now, above and beyond that, there's so many perks to being the owner of a successful business. Successful is the key word there. And I've got to say, one of the best ways to own a successful business is a quality franchise system. The reason being is someone's gone before you and made all the mistakes at their expense. That's me, unfortunately. And they've figured out the right way to do it so you can get a tried and proven system. And it's a team effort. It's one big team all working towards a common goal. At least that's how I feel we work, and I'm sure there's plenty of other great franchise systems who do as well. But this one's specifically about the NDIS financial side. Now, if you haven't watched the 1-hour webinar I've made about owning at one of our locations, please make sure you watch that too. It'll answer a heap of other questions. I'll try and keep this one brief on some of these financial benefits for you that you haven't considered. So number one that you got on your list there is the annual rate increases. So the government sets out a price guide. It's a maximum that an NDIS provider can charge, and that's basically it. There's pros and cons with that, but it works out pretty good, and that's in line with what we charge our non-NDIS clients as well. That's a really hot topic in the NDIS. Not everyone does it right, but we do it in line with our regular prices. There's pros and cons to both with how we can do it. But the one big thing within NDIS is every single year, those prices typically go up. So they go up, it depends on the year, but about 5% or so. Now, of course, any business can increase their prices at any time. And I know with the cost of living, et cetera, lots of business prices are going up. So that's not abnormal. What is abnormal is that normally our NDIS participants we work with are really happy for us to increase our prices. They know the awesome job our team does for them. It's government money. It's not specifically coming out of their pocket. It's their NDIS funding, which, yes, is their funding, to be clear. But as a result, they're very happy to see someone doing an awesome job for them be able to get paid more without it directly coming out of their pocket. So annual price increases, that people are happy about it. That's number one. Number two is especially important at the moment with interest rate rises and cost of living and so on, is that it is government money. The government puts in some $35 billion and growing to $50 billion or something like that into the NDIS. It is government funded. For me personally, I'm a taxpayer, you're a taxpayer. That is a great place for our taxes to be going to help those who need help the most. It's government funding. So that then means when the going gets tough, and look, we're a regular PT business too, if there's a recession, it has an impact on luxury purchases, whether that be a nice restaurant meal or a personal trainer. It absolutely has an impact. For the NDIS side of our business, there is zero negative impact on our business because it's considered an essential service, not a luxury purchase that you get rid of when interest rates go up. It's considered essential by most people. It's often prescribed by the doctor or allied health or disability support worker. And it's not going to get cut because it's government funding. So that's a really, really important one to consider. The next one is there is no GST payable on NDIS income generated. Right? Now, if you're an established business owner, you know how it works with GST. It's not your money in the first place. We all know that. But when you get that big bash bill at the end of the quarter, it sure feels like it's an expense, doesn't it? For those of you who don't quite understand the business side of the GST, in summary, if it's GST payable, you bring in $100, 10% of that is not yours, it's the government's that you're hanging on to. NDIS money, assuming it's all compliant with the NDIS, with service agreements, etc., so disclaimer there is no GST payable. So that means our NDIS participants get more bang for their buck, and it means for our franchisees, they make a better income because there's no GST payable. So number 4 on that list you've got there is our core supports. So what that really is it means that we can't just accept funding for personal training. when we had that registration initially, that was great. But we still had to turn away 3/4 of people who wanted our help because they did not have funding for personal training. Wish they did. It's not easy to get. It's how the system works. So what we did is we went and got registered for core supports. Intrinsically, that means we're a disability support company. Is probably the best layman's term way of putting it. So when someone has a goal for a recreational pursuit or to improve their independence and confidence, and we use exercise as a tool to help them achieve that, we can accept the NDIS funds for that. If your NDIS registered for PT and not core supports, you're going to be turning away a whole heap of work that you wish you could be helping people with, and people can't get your help then. And if you're not NDIS registered at all, then that's the vast majority of people you cannot help. So watch the webinar I made for a bit more in-depth detail on that. But that's point 4 that a lot of people haven't considered. Point 5 really extends on that. We don't just do personal training. We offer support work as well. Now, as a business owner, you can do whatever you like, to be honest, as long as it's aligned with our core values and makes you look good, helps your clients, makes us look good too, of course, and as a team effort of looking after everyone. You can do what you like. Some people choose not to go down this route. Some people love going down this route. But you can do regular disability support work. So what that then means is frequently you'll get clients who are wanting to hire you for 10+ hours per week for hanging out would be the layman's term. It's not an NDIS term, but to go to the shops, to go for a walk, to kick the footy, do whatever fun day-to-day things that people enjoy to do. So you as a franchise owner can do it, or you can have your staff doing it. Keeping this focus on the financial perspective of the NDIS, what that means is you're frequently getting clients who you're doing 10 hours of work for per week. Having been in personal training for 20 years prior to the NDIS, that is just unheard of. At best, you'd get a long-term client doing 3 sessions per week. Yeah, 3 60-minute sessions per week, max. That's the most you would ever get. You would never get anyone doing 10+ hours per week. So to be able to get that in a personal training business is absolutely amazing. It's also too more likely to be at the quiet times of the day during the middle of the day. So that's better for you if you're taking the sessions. Certainly a lot more appealing to your staff members if they're taking those sessions as well. So it's a win-win. People get their beloved PT coming and hanging out and doing whatever sport, fitness, recreational thing they enjoy. So that's great for them. Your PT or support worker gets more hours in their day, and you, the business owner, of course, running a profitable, successful business off that. So within that, there's a whole heap of different little areas that sort of build on this. Normally when I do these things, it answers a heap of questions, and it also raises a heap more questions. So they're the ones to really reach out with us and ask those questions. Ask myself direct, or ask one of our team about it, and really explore the pros and cons of owning a NDIS registered business with us. The last one is not a financial one. It is more a personal one. Again, we've been a personal training company for 24 years. We've been in the NDIS side for 4 years. And I think all of our people would agree, it's not just the financial benefits, it's personally rewarding. We're genuinely helping people change their lives. And that's honestly the best thing that we can do. But we are a business, and it is great to then know that there's that security for you to be able to grow a successful business around helping people. So if you've got more questions from there, reach out, have a chat to us. And of course, if you haven't watched that 1-hour webinar, make sure you grab that ASAP, watch that, and hit us up with any questions from there. And I hope to talk to you soon. See you next time.